What is up, everyone? Welcome to another LeetCode video. Today we're going to be looking at problem number 70, the climbing stairs problem. Let's get into it. Okay, so the problem says you are climbing a staircase. It takes n steps to reach the top. Each time you can either climb 1 or 2 steps. And how many distinct ways can you climb to the top? And then we're giving some examples here. Input n equals 2. It's going to have 2 solutions. It's going to be either 1 plus 1 or 2. Makes sense. And input n equals 3. It's going to have 3 solutions. Either 1 plus 1 plus 1, 1 plus 2, or 2 plus 1. Alright, let's start by understanding the problem. Okay, so a great way to look at these kind of problems of dynamic programming is going bottoms up. And you'll see what I mean when we look at this example. So if I have 5 steps, or n equals 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, and I start from step 4, how many solutions can I come up with to get from step 4 to step 5? And obviously that's just going to be 1, because if I were to do 2 steps, I would fall off the cliff. Now from step 3, how many solutions can we come up with for going up 2 staircases? As we saw from the example, it's going to be 2. I can either do plus 1 or plus 2 to get to step 5. Now let's put this into an array to put this into perspective. So we know from step 4, it's only going to take us 1 solution. From step 3, there's only 2 solutions. Now how about step 2? If I have 3 staircases, how many solutions can I come up with to get to step 5? Well, since we know that from step 4 there's only 1 solution, and from step 3 there are only 2 solutions, we already know the number of solutions it takes us to get to 5. So we just have to add the solutions from the 2 previous steps, and we'll arrive at our base case. So from step 2, there's going to be either 1 plus 1 plus 1, or 2 plus 1, or 1 plus 2, netting 3 solutions. Now, how many solutions do you guys think it's going to take to go from step 1 all the way to step 5? Again, since we know we just have to add the solutions from our 2 previous steps in order to come up with the answer, we know it's just going to be a matter of addition to solve this. So if I add 3 plus 2, that gives me 5 solutions. And if I start at step 0, all I have to do is add again the solutions from the 2 previous steps, that being 5 plus 3, and that'll give me 8 solutions. And this is just classic memorization, guys. It's seen a lot in dynamic programming. So now let's get to the code, which I know it's y'all's favorite part. So right off the bat, I want to discard if I get 1 step. I know that it's just going to be 1 solution. So I'm going to make an if statement. If n equals 1, then return 1. Okay, so now I'm going to declare 2 variables. These are going to be your 2 starting amount of solutions. This is going to be how many solutions does it take to go 1 step, and how many solutions are going to take to go 2 steps. This could be int steps 1 is equal to 1, and int steps 2 is equal to 2. So now we're going to make a for loop where we're going to iterate through each level amount of solutions, and every time we add an extra staircase, we're basically going to add the 2 previous solutions, store those, keep track of the level of solutions from above that staircase, and then just keep going through adding a new one every time. This will make more sense once you guys take a look at the code. So we're declaring a for loop for int I is equal to 3. The reason I want to start at 3 is because we already have the solutions for if it's 1 step and the solutions if it's 2 steps. For I is less than or equal to n and I plus plus. Okay, so now I'm going to declare a variable q where I'm going to keep track of steps 1. Then I'm going to make steps 1 equal to steps 2. And then I'm going to make steps 2 equal to our new set of solutions. So to do that, I just have to add the solutions from the 2 previous steps once again. So that's going to be steps 1 plus q. Okay, again, so if we look at our example from before, it's going to make our code make a lot more sense. Let's say we have 4 steps right here. We know that if we have 1 step, it's only going to have 1 solution. And if we have 2 steps, it's only going to have 2 solutions. So let's run it through our for loop. If we have steps 1, q is going to be equal to 1. And step 1 is going to be equal to 2. So now step 2 is equal to 3. And since n equals 4, we're going to go through the for loop one more time. Q is now going to be equal to step 1, which is going to be 2. And step 1 is going to be equal to step 2, so that's going to be 3. And now step 2 is going to be equal to 2 plus 3 equaling 5. So now let's verify that's actually true. So to get to 4 steps, we can either do 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, or 1 plus 2 plus 1, or 2 plus 1 plus 1, or 1 plus 1 plus 2, or 2 plus 2. Leading us, so as you guys can see right here, there are only 5 solutions to get to 4 steps. And now all we have to do is just return steps 2, since that is going to be our variable holding our answer. Okay guys, so here we have our code in LeetCode, and let's see if it passes the test case. Alright. Alrighty guys, that's going to be it for today's LeetCode problem. If you guys have any suggestions for the next problem, please let me know down in the comments below. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.